What is going on, y'all? Welcome to At the Top. I am your host, Nathan Knox, and we are going to get into the NFL games of the week, as well as the biggest headlines off the field in terms of high school sports, contracts, and just things that are happening all over the sports world. So, let's get right into it. Now, off the top, I have to start with the Giants versus Cowboy games this weekend. With a score of 40-37, it was definitely the game of the week. I mean, an overtime game, two cheeks from the same ass playing each other. We had the Dallas Cowboys and we had the New York Giants. I mean, takeaways that I could say is this. Okay, Dak had a crazy game. Russ had a crazy game. Russ is good for a few crazy games a year. The man had 450 yards? 450? Come on, man. Like, the fact that you throw for 450 yards and come up with the L is tough. But the biggest takeaway from this game is one thing and one thing only, and that is number one. Malik Neighbors is him. Malik Neighbors is him. I don't care who you line up against him. Russ was literally chucking moon balls, and he knew it was good because Malik Neighbors is really like that. For a second-year wide receiver with three quarterbacks that honestly, two of them are slinging it. Russ and Jameis are both tossing it all over the field. They do not care. And then Jackson Dart, if he does play, he has a safety blanket like Neighbors. Neighbors is set up for success because whoever his QB is going to him. So he's going to be set up for a really nice year this year. So if you have him on your fantasy team, you're probably going to win. The Super Bowl rematch back with the Eagles and Chiefs. This is always a game that's battled in the trenches. It's not really high flying, a lot of crazy stuff going on. A final score of 20-17. I mean, both defenses were really in it. We know the Chiefs are going to play defense. We know the Eagles are going to play defense. You know, at the end of the day, it's like a few things that we want to really address. Where is Patrick Mahomes? Y'all seen him? It's been 2 weeks. I don't know, under 200 yards this past week. He doesn't seem like he's in the flow of things. All the guys on the Chiefs sidelines wearing free 4 shirts for Rashid Rice. Like, if y'all miss these dudes that bad, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? When Tyreek Hill left the Chiefs, they came back and they were still able to be relevant and win Super Bowls. Now you're talking about free 4? That's who you're depending on? Come on, Pat. Like, the Chiefs definitely need to do better. The Swifties ain't going to win games for you. So we're going to have to see what weeks 3 and 4 end up moving on because they got some big games. Another thing I need to address when it comes to the Eagles and Chiefs. Now, obviously, the Eagles won the game, press conference at the end of the game. And Jalen Hurts may be the most annoying person to watch before or after a game. I mean, his quotes are so robotic and like Sims-like. It's like, dude, what is wrong with you? At the end of the game, the reporter's gonna ask Jalen a question. Oh, Devontae Smith landed hard on his back when he made a catch and stuff like that. And Jalen's just the answer's already computed in his head. He already has the little prompt down here. He's already pressing A. It don't matter what the hell the reporters say after that. Jalen is pressing A. He said he may have fell down on his back, but he came up for us in the clutch. He came up for us in the clutch. He made a Jalen, are we serious, dude? Are we where is he pulling these quotes from? I want to know. Like, where is he pulling these quotes from? The man is too well spoken. Like, what is he saying? Half of these quotes that he's saying literally make minimal sense. And if it's not, it's like, bro, a 5th grader could have came up with that conclusion. He fell on his back, but he came up in the clutch. Like, Philosopher hurts. Philosopher hurts because he's doing a great job. When it came to the Lions versus Bear games, belt to ass. That's really all what it was. I mean, the Lions really manhandled the Bears. Caleb, oh my gosh, I can't even remember the man's last name. He playing so bad. Caleb Williams. We need more. We just need more. We haven't seen much. I ain't gonna lie. Like, for the Bears to be so happy they got the #1 pick last year, this, that, and the third. For year 2, we're not seeing too many improvements. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully the Bears get it together. But the Lions really said, hey, y'all, listen, we're back. Like, we gonna get to January when January comes. But for right now, putting up 52, that's a big deal. I always got to address my hometown heroes, my favorite team in the NFL. The Baltimore Ravens put up another 40-piece. Yes, we took the L last week. I get it. Y'all was talking hot in my inboxes. Everybody was da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Josh Allen this, the Buffalo Bills that, whatever. Back-to-back 40 pieces in the NFL is not an easy thing to do. Do not talk to me about last year's Saints. I don't want to hear about it. Yes, they put up some great weeks. I think it was like 1-3 and then fell off a cliff. This ain't New Orleans, baby. Sorry. He was talking hot before the game. Mind you, Derrick Henry didn't run for no 150 yards, but Lamar was throwing great balls. Zay Flowers is on a tear. 2 games, 20 targets. He's really doing his thing. Zay Flowers may honestly end up developing to one of the best undersized wide receivers we have in today's game, because Lamar Jackson is really him. D-Hop is really doing that. I don't know who was calling him washed. The man is not washed. He's doing his thing. He's getting it done on the offensive side of the field, and he's helping Lamar be a deep threat. I've been saying it for years. If Lamar had a deep threat, a true deep threat, it's going to open up everything. Just do me a favor, Ravens. Show up in January. Let's take it off the gridiron real quick and let's talk about some of the other big things that's happening this weekend in the world of sports and business as a whole. Now, Terrence Crawford beat Canelo Alvarez in a 12-round undisputed championship match this weekend. And no, he did not just beat Canelo. He did not squeak by. I honestly feel like Terrence Crawford won at least 9 of 12 rounds. If you disagree, let me know if we were watching the same fight. 9 of 12, and that's a minimum. 9 of 12. Terrence Crawford showed us why he is, if not the greatest boxer of all time, he's top. He got to be top 3, top 5 at this point in time. With the resume that he has, with the guys that his last 2 fights, putting belt to ass on Errol Spence, bad. And then coming out and schooling Canelo? Schooling Canelo. Not to the point where Canelo couldn't touch him, but Canelo couldn't touch him, and then he was piecing up Canelo. Had a whole red face after the fight. We have to give credit where credit is due. Yes, I know guys have zeros and things like that, and T. Crawford, he has a 0 himself, but it's bigger than that. The skill that's going behind this man in the ring, he's like that. His hands are like that, and he proved that he could move up in weight class and still manhandle a strong fighter. T. Crawford, that dude. Mind you, he took a $10 million purse. Canelo Alvarez made over $150 million that weekend to fight. Hold on, let me make sure y'all understood this. Okay. Canelo Alvarez made $150 million in one day. Now, yes, there's promotion to the fight, there's training, you get one bout. He stepped in the ring one time and made over $150 million. That's why the UFC is trying to do things for their fighters. That's why NBA guys aren't just making money on the court, but also doing endorsement deals. Same thing for NFL. Same thing for MLB. You have tennis guys on the court going, that's an individual sport. They all have their sponsors. $150 million in a day to take that L to Terrence Crawford, who took $10 million. T. Crawford said, listen, I'm going to choose legacy over money. And at the end of the day, this weekend, the only person everyone is talking about is Terrence Crawford. So honestly, I think it paid off. And that $10 million is going to go a long way. but that win is probably going to go further. Big thing off the field right now that the Cincinnati Bengals are actually going through is Joe Burrow's injury. Joe Burrow's out for about the next 3 months after he has to get toe surgery, and it's not looking good for the Bengals. For a team that doesn't start off well typically anyway, no, they're not 0-2. However, without their starting quarterback and their honestly, their core three, which is Jamar, Joe, and T. Higgins, all three of them account for almost 65 to 70% of the entire team's salary cap. So if you have three players taking up almost more than 50% of your team's salary cap, what the hell you think is going to happen when one of them brothers go down? But that's a real bad look for the Cincinnati Bengals. This one is going to go into my basketball nerddom a little bit. But if you guys did not know, the #1 high school basketball player in the country, his name is Tyron Stokes. Tyron Stokes has been going all over the United States and busting ass all summer, all spring, all winter, and he plays at Notre Dame High School, I believe, in California. Now, Tyron is like that, and he's been like that. He's played with the likes of A.J. DeBanza, Cooper Flagg, going up head-to-head against, a lot of top guys right now on the USA circuit, on the Nike EYBL circuit. End of the day, he's the #1 high school basketball player in his class. He's been the #1 basketball player in his class for about the past 3 to 4 years now. I might have been all 4 years of high school. He's truly like that. Last spring, Tyron stepped out of his comfort zone and decided to run track. I personally believe that is an amazing decision to honestly diversify your athletic portfolio. For real. Because all these sports are going to help things in the different sports. Now, big reports are coming out that he just had his first football practice these past weeks. And he may lace up for Notre Dame High School's football team to play football this fall before his senior basketball season. Now, to start a sport the year before your senior year in terms of on the basketball court, I think is a little risky. Now, if he's always been a football player, I get it. Or if he started his junior year, I get that. But to adjust to the physicality of that game to go into the basketball season, it could really go both ways. I mean, I hope that it ends up being beneficial for him in terms of the physicality, the training that he's going through, the strength that he'll gain, doing football workouts. But you want to ensure that he is fully, completely healthy and just in the right mindset for when the basketball season comes, because that's going to be a whole different level of pressure. I mean, cameras at every game, reporters at every game. He's not committed yet, so schools are going to be there. They're looking for his commitment. He really needs to be real meticulous about how he's moving forward, and I hope he has a great team behind him, because as the #1 high school basketball player, he's already getting NIL. Make sure he handles business on the football field, but don't do too much, because the cash cow is right there in basketball, and that's where you're best at. But it is definitely a great decision to play multiple sports. You never want to just get stuck in one sport, because then your body could get fatigued in those muscle areas, and you honestly could have some bad injuries. By playing multiple sports, you're having different movements in different body areas, and then it really just helps across the board. So I think that's one of the best decisions he can make as he's finishing up his high school career. Appreciate y'all tuning in for another episode of At the Top. What do y'all want to see? What do y'all want to hear? We're giving y'all the biggest headlines in the NFL right now during NFL season. And then we could also tap into, honestly, any sports that you guys want to hear, any headlines that you're I will see y'all at the top.